blueandgold.com recruiting insider Mike Singer, joined as always by our senior editor of blueandgold.com, Lou Somogyi. Lou, obviously we're hoping for a football season in 2020, and if there is, Notre Dame's not a perfect team. I don't think anyone would certainly argue that. Tons of talent, but not a perfect team. What would you say are some of the biggest question marks that you have for this team heading into the fall?
Well, it's pretty much what Brian Kelly has indicated himself, maybe indirectly, but just the need for playmaking at the skill positions. And that would entail cornerback on the defensive side of football, and then the running back and wide receiver positions on offense. You might be able to throw in if Ian Book were to go down with an injury. Okay, who's your quarterback? Who's your next option? Is it going to be Brendan Clark, who took only 19 snaps last year as a freshman, or Drew Pine, who enrolled as a freshman this season or in January? So those would be the areas. Cornerback, losing the combination of both Troy Pride Jr. and Dante Vaughn. It was a blessing to be able to get Sean Crawford back for a sixth year to combine with Tariq Bracy at the corner position. But the reality is he's missed 3 years with injuries. So you have 8 scholarship corners, but 6 of them have 4 years of eligibility, and all are kind of in that developmental phase. Cam Hart last year was moved from receiver to the cornerback position to provide a little of the height that Dante Vaughn did. You brought in 3 developmental prospects at the cornerback position as well. 2 of them, Caleb Beauford and Ramon Henderson, were early entrants, but the experience and knowledge base that they could have developed in the spring was mitigated by the cancellation of spring ball after just 1 practice. So, KJ Wallace, Isaiah Robertson, we don't know. It's going to take some time. Fortunately, most of the best passing teams on Notre Dame's schedule, if not all, are going to be in November. So by that time, you have Clemson. Louisville has a pretty underrated passing game, and USC, of course, has a lot of wide receivers and great quarterbacks to work with. Offensively, there's nobody at the receiver position who has caught more than 13 career passes. That's Lawrence Key. So health, durability. Kevin Austin has star potential, but he wasn't on the field last year because of a suspension. And again, a spring would have helped him get back into the rhythm there. Running back, you have a number of candidates, and you'll have a 6th in Chris Tyree, a top 100 recruit coming in. But do you have that alpha figure there? Jafar Armstrong, he has 505 career yards rushing the past 2 years, but last year he averaged only 2.7 yards. He had that abdominal tear that is kind of difficult to come back from. Brian Kelly does have an excellent history with senior running backs, though, so we'll see if somebody can emerge as that alpha figure the way Tony Jones did for a good portion of last year, Dexter Williams the year prior to that, and C.J. Procyse in 2015 as a senior, and Theo Riddick in 2012, and Jonas Gray in 2011. So, they're really banking on that senior leadership coming to the forefront, plus the development of the younger guys like a Jameer Smith, a Sibo Flemister, a Kyron Williams, and hopefully Chris Tyree.
Certainly, I think running back and receiver, there's a lot of talent, a lot of question marks, but a ton of talent. Cornerback, I'm certainly pretty concerned there as well. You mentioned the quarterback position. What if, and it's interesting to play the what if game, but what if Ian Book went down? Break down that scenario if that were to happen.
Well, it's happened throughout the Kelly era, and the funny thing is, Brian Kelly's greatest success in his 10 years at Notre Dame often has come with quarterbacks who are in position to play for the first time, whether it was Tommy Rees his first year. Dane Christ suffered an ACL injury. You have to throw Tommy Rees into the lineup. They kind of reconfigure the offense, start playing with 2 tight ends the first time, and lo and behold, they finished 4-0. Everett Golson, first-time starter, they have a 12-0 regular season. Deshaun Kaiser, he began 2015 with the 3rd team But then Everett Golson transfers. Malik Zaire gets injured in the second game, and Deshaun had a fantastic season as a sophomore, probably the best ever by a sophomore quarterback at Notre Dame as far as efficiency rating and at running the football too. And Ian Book, comes out in 2018, takes over as the starting spot. Same with Brandon Wimbush in 2017. There's that early success. And when you have a line as experienced as Notre Dame's with 114 career starts returning, that takes some of the onus off the quarterback. So I'm not saying that it would be a cataclysmic event if Ian Book or to go down, because history under Brian Kelly indicates that they've responded very well, going back to some of the basic tenets of the offense. They would have to rely certainly more on the ground game, I would think. But there is always that trepidation of if your third-year starter at quarterback goes down, where does that leave you now?